Hi everyone, welcome to the video. Today we're going to build a complete content planner in Notion step by step. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask in the comments section below. Let's get started. After renaming the page, go just below to list the components for the menu bar. We'll link each page after we create them. Select the text line by clicking the 6 dots to the left of it, then turn it into a heading 3. Add a divider to structure the page. After that, divide the empty line just below into 2 columns using the corresponding feature. You can then adjust the width of each column by sliding them. Create a new page and rename it Social Media. We'll turn this new page into a full database to manage multiple social media accounts. Change the page view to Gallery. After that, choose an icon to make it easily distinguishable. Similarly, rename the database view to Social Media and select an icon. You can create as many views as you need, but for now, we'll create just one. Now you can create a page for each platform that you need to manage. Go to the Layout option and resize the Gallery Pages view to the dashboard. You can choose from 3 different formats. Customize each page by adding the social media platform. You can download it from your personal files or paste a link from a web image to highlight it in Notion. Make sure to choose a square image to fit it as well as possible. Return to Notion and paste the link from the web image into the Icons section. Select the Custom button to be able to paste it. Your image should appear after you submit it. Repeat the same process for each page. Let's create the Content Hub by making a new page. Unlike the social media section, it won't be a database but a full page. From this new page, we'll create another page and turn it into a database called the Content Planner. Turn the current page into a database as mentioned earlier by choosing the Gallery option. After that, clear the existing content and rename the first database view to Board. Access a new page to remove all existing properties from the database. Now, create a new file property and rename it Visual. Then, add a date property and rename it Publication. Next, add a URL property to easily access your social media accounts with just a click from Notion. Finally, use the Select property to determine the type of content you need to plan. Configure the status property according to your needs. I recommend adding an inbox and an archive option to streamline your workflow and enable you to organize your content as desired. Create 3-number properties to track your content data. Rename them as follows: likes, comments, and views. Now create a template from the current database. This way, you can select the pre-configured template to quickly lay out a brand new page after created it. The button option allows you to generate blocks as needed or edit existing databases. Now, we'll use the button feature to create hashtag blocks. Set the visual property as the card preview from the layout options in the database view settings. This way, your content will appear on the dashboard once you upload it to the visual property. Now, after creating a new page, the layout will update automatically when you click on New Content. This is the database template we created earlier. You can set it as the default for every new page you create in all your database views to optimize your workflow. Notion allows you to calculate data using the formula property in your database. This will help us calculate the engagement for each post. To do this, create a formula that includes the number of likes, comments, and views. Earlier, we created properties for each of these data points. I'll put the formula in the comments section of this video. You just need to copy and paste it. Next, we will link the social media database we created earlier with the Content Planner. This feature will allow us to display data from the Content Planner and manage it within the Social Media Hub by platform. Use the relation property to do this, ensuring you select the correct database. Now, you can select one or more social media platforms for each post you plan. These selections will appear in the social media database, as we will see later. You can display any property you need directly in the database view by making them appear from the Properties menu in the Options section. Customize the view to your preference or follow the one I'm showing in this tutorial. Keep in mind to organize your workspace according to your needs. You can now start planning your content from the Content Planner. Let's do a test to see how it works. First, upload a visual for your content by either downloading it to the corresponding slot or embedding a link from a web image. Then, add the publication date and all relevant information for your posting workflow. We will sort the planner section to show the most recently planned posts at the top. To do this, go to the filter settings at the top right of the database and choose to sort the publication date in descending order. Create a new view for the Content Planner database by clicking the plus button next to the first view. Then, choose the calendar option with the monthly layout. Don't forget to display the properties you need to highlight for this specific database view. We will now do the same for each new view. You can create as many views as you need to manage your content in different ways. Let's create a table view to display all the content. Make sure all the necessary properties are visible in this view to suit your workflow. Go back to the social media database to adjust its settings. Add the ability to track your followers by including it as a number property. Then, use the file property to add a cover section, allowing you to illustrate each platform on the dashboard. Since we've linked the Content Planner with the social media database, we can create rollups to display data from the Content Planner. These rollups will enable us to perform calculations, such as additions to calculate the overall results for each platform. Now, you can recreate the engagement calculation as we did before. However, this time it will calculate it for each platform and not just for one post. The formula remains the same as before, so just copy and paste it after creating the dedicated slot. You can make adjustments to tailor the new formula to fit the social media dashboard. I'll share it in the comments section of this video just in case, so you can copy and paste it from there. We'll now embed covers to display them on the dashboard. You can either do it yourself or find them in the free version available on my Gumroad page. Simply check it out from this video description. Now let's highlight the necessary properties such as followers, URL, posts, and engagement that we previously set. After that, we can display the covers by selecting the cover property as the card preview. Let's head back to the home page now to create the brainstorming page. Once there, create a new page and give it an appropriate name. We're going to construct the brainstorming section using 3 databases. The first one will be the Notes database, where you can manage all your quick notes. Begin by adding a status property. This will enable you to track the progress of your notes from the inbox to the archive. Feel free to customize the statuses as needed. After that, keep or add the created time property to sort your notes by their creation date. Using the created time, we'll create the date using the formula property. Follow the steps in the tutorial video to complete this process smoothly. To categorize your notes effectively, consider adding a checkbox property to mark a note as a favorite. Just as we did for the content planner, create a template to pre-configure the layout of your future notes. Simply click on the corresponding button to start displaying it. We can now display all relevant properties on the dashboard for better management. Access the Properties menu at the top right of the database. Sort the created time property by descending date to make the most recent notes appear first. Duplicate the first database view to create a view for each status from inbox to archive. Don't forget to adjust the filter at the top right to display only the corresponding notes uniquely. Let's go back to the brainstorming section and repeat the process to create the ideas database. Essentially, this database will be structured exactly like the one we've set up here for notes. So, you can duplicate the note database and rename it to Ideas. Don't forget to rename the database template as well by accessing it from the Options menu, indicated by the blue arrow at the top right of the database. Then, replace the name correctly and set up the layout if necessary. You can optionally create the third database as the topics table, where you can manage different aspects of your content creation, such as a frequently asked questions page or social media trends. Simply create 4 pages and rename them accordingly. Then, create a cover property to display an illustration on the dashboard. So here we are, with our 3 databases for the brainstorming page. We will display them later. Now let's set up the archive page. All pages are created, so now we can link them to the menu title. To do this, select a part of the menu title and click on Add a link. Then, choose the corresponding page to enable access to it. Copy the line to paste it into each pages so you will be able to navigate between the different pages in ease. We will now create a to-do list table. To do this, start by creating a list view database. Rename it To-Do List before clicking on New List. Sort the list view by descending created time. After that, pre-configure a template page and set it as the default for all database views. During the template setup, add a checkbox property and rename it Done. Then, go back to the database dashboard and highlight the checkbox property. Next, filter the first view by the checkbox property to display only unchecked pages. Duplicate the view and rename it Done. Then, replace the filter to display only the checked pages. Hide the main database title from the Layout Options menu and limit the loading to 10 lines. Do this for each view. You can navigate between views by scrolling down the menu at the top left of the database. As I mentioned earlier, don't forget to set the template as the default for all views in the to-do list database. Now, when you click on New, a new line will appear automatically with a pre-configured layout. To move a task from the Things to Do view to the Done view, just click the checkbox. Next, we'll display a database view of the Social Media Manager on the home page. To do this, select the Linked View of Database option and choose the corresponding database. Resize it if necessary to fit the layout, and you can also hide any unnecessary properties. Now, create a callout block to organize your menu pages. After creating it, rename it and choose an icon. Then, select and drag all pages from their original locations into the callout block. We're now going to create an automation button to add a new plan to the inbox section of the content planner. First, create a new button and rename it as Plan a New Content. Then, add an action to add a page into an existing database. Select the content planner and set up the new process by adding a name and choosing a status. Select Inbox as the status. Just like we did for the Pages menu, create a dedicated callout block to house the button. We're now going to establish an inbox section. Begin by creating a toggle heading list and renaming it Inbox. Within this toggle heading, create a view of the Content Planner database. Then, rearrange the views to display only the inbox posts by applying a filter. Similarly, let's display a view of the Content Planner database for the content for the next days. After making appear the board view, filter the content by the publication date and relative to the current week. To complete the next day's view, let's create a monthly view just below. Follow the same process as before by adding another view to display it. Don't forget to add the heading title just above the calendar view after creating it. We will now set up a pre-configured template for the social media database. Start by clicking on a new template and selecting the full width option. Rename the template to New Platform and open it as a full page for better setup. Copy the heading title menu and paste it to easily access all your pages. Create a view of the database to display the Content Hub view. The most crucial step is to filter your content by new platform. This filter corresponds to the page we're currently creating. When configuring each platform dashboard, it will automatically filter by the corresponding platform. To add the planning callout, create a sync block and place it within. Then, simply copy and paste the new sync block wherever needed. Lastly, change the open mode from center peak to full page for each view of the social media database. This way, when you open a page from the dashboard, it will open in full page mode, giving you access to your customized platform page. Apply the same layout to each page. Ensure to copy and paste the sync block everywhere you need it.